We're on a little bit of a cliff edge here, but I feel pretty safe. I think we're okay. I'm gonna get out of here before anybody shows up with firearms or a backhoe. This may be the most beautiful airport I've ever been in my life. This is not too bad of a place to wake up to in the morning. Is at the Bundy Ranch. It's in a beautiful setting overlooking the cliffs of the Grand Canyon.
I was up about 5 a.m., packed, showered, ready to go by 5:45. So I went out and explored the ranch and then just look around and look at the helicopter, look at all the cool things going on. Of course, first I had to find all of the birds making those beautiful bird calls.
Well, it's day 2, and I'm just about to leave Bundy Ranch. This place is amazing. It's like this little oasis in the middle of the wilderness. Like, there's nothing else around here, and then you've got this little cool place with great hospitality. I'm looking forward to today to do more exploring. I'm really deep into the Arizona Strip. My destination eventually is to get to Kanab. We'll see how long it takes me. We'll see what adventures are ahead of me, what cool things I see. It turns out Bundy Ranch actually has gas. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. So I topped off the tank before leaving so I'd have plenty of fuel for the day. Only $7.25 a gallon. Here I am at the Whitmore International Airport. This may be the most beautiful airport I've ever been in my life. There are precisely 0 people staffing this airport. Here's the story of how the Whitmore International Airport came into being. Tony and Ruby Heaton bought the Bundy Ranch back in the 1970s. They had no money. They were just working their tails off to get by. But they were pretty creative, and they realized that there were lots of people river rafting the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon. And the Whitmore Overlook, which is just 10 miles from the Bundy Ranch, is one of only 3 points where in the Grand Canyon where you can actually walk down to the water. And so they started taking supplies by mule down to the water to sell to river rafters. Well, pretty soon, the rafting companies and the river rafters decided it would be really cool if we could either start our journey here or end our journey here to have shorter trips. Of course, the Bundy Ranch is super isolated, so they had to figure out a way to get people in and out of there, thus the airstrip. So in the past, they used to take supplies and people back and forth by mules. Now they take supplies and people back and forth by helicopter, and then they get people to and from Bundy using airplanes and the landing strip. It just seems like, since there's nobody here, maybe I should just lay down on the runway, because I've never done that before. Oh my gosh, I just noticed something too. The clouds are on point. Hold on. These clouds, though. I didn't notice until I laid down. Yesterday, I went off to the right, which is the normal way, but I wanted to explore Paws Pocket. And now that I've just topped off with fuel, thank you, Bundy Ranch, I've got enough gas where I'm not worried about it. So I'm gonna go check this out and see what's over here. gonna show how tall these things are. I don't know if you can see it. Like I'm not even standing next to him. Look, I'm standing next to him, and like that thing's like easily 10 or 11 feet tall. We're on a little bit of a cliff edge here, but I feel pretty safe. I think we're okay.
Just ahead, things started to get a little bit more sketchy and a little more technical. I actually had to lock my rear differential to get up around this next corner. And I continued on for another mile maybe, but it just started getting more and more technical, and I started to get a little bit nervous.
Okay, well, I'm glad I turned around. Like, the Bronco's capable, I'm capable, but I got up towards the top and the road was gonna go yet further, and I really didn't know how much harder it was gonna get. And I don't have any cell connectivity or anything like that, so I can't just look it up or something like that. So I decided I better turn around. It was cool, it was fun. Also, it was hard and it was a little bit nerve-wracking because I'm all by myself. If something goes wrong, it's hard to get myself out of the situation. So that's really why I turned around, is like I felt that it was within my capability and within the vehicle's capability, but I've still got 11 more days to go, so I'm not messing around even though I was having fun.
The side quest up to Paws Pocket was totally worth it. I kept stopping because I would see beautiful plants and beautiful scenery.
brought all the ingredients to make these salads on the trail, and I'm keeping them in a little cooler because I want to eat healthy while I'm out here. And so it's lunchtime. I just pulled over, I whip it all out of the cooler and make this thing up, and I've got an amazing salad for lunch. I think I'm gonna put in 4 low just to, I don't think it's gonna be too hard, but may as well. Just to kind of crawl on up this thing. I don't think it's slick at all because it's slick rock and it's not wet, but it's a little steep. As I started to go down the other side of this hill, I saw something that I hadn't noticed on the way up. There was this single yellow flower right in the middle of the road and standing tall all by itself. And I was like, how is that thing still alive? How does it even survive here? You know, that's the amazing thing to me about the desert. How does any of it survive? That is God's hand right there, making all of that work, making all of that beauty and showing just the diversity of it, right? I mean, how cool is it that you can be a desert or you can be a tropical jungle and you can still be beautiful? And I love that. As much as I've loved exploring Pa's Pocket, I have a lot of distance to cover today, so I've got to get moving if I'm going to make it to Kanab before dark. This part of the road's got some whoops in it. It's kind of fun to go up and down over these whoops. Okay, here comes the next whoop. Let's see how this goes. Woohoo! I missed one that I didn't have the recording on for. It was a really good one. Also, I'm going pretty fast on this dirt road. I'm doing like 55. Maybe I should slow down a little bit. We'll see. I think before I just turn and start heading toward Kanab, I'm just gonna turn to the left here because there's a little community over there. I have no idea. I'm actually not sure what kind of people live out here. Well, I don't know. I've heard things about people who live out here. I don't know if any of them are true. It says Poverty Mountain, 18 miles. What the heck is Poverty Mountain? I'm not driving 18 miles, by the way. I'm just going to drive a little bit down this road and see what it looks like, and then I'll turn around. And there's like some big buildings over there. I wonder what it is. There's a big ranch sign here. It says James and Chloe Bundy. So it's a Bundy residence since 1916. DJ Ranch. Whoa. Hold on. I gotta read that sign. There's a very menacing sign out in front of the D and J Ranch over there. This is what I'm saying, like, I don't know how much I want to go interact with these people. I certainly don't want to get on their property if they don't want me to. It says, what does that say? It says, no trespassing. I own firearms and a backhoe. And a skull and crossbones. That is amazing. I'm gonna get a picture of that. Okay, here I'm in front of D&J Ranch with that menacing sign. I'm gonna get out of here before anybody shows up with firearms or a backhoe. Well, I'm glad I actually took that quick little diversion down there to see the D&J Bundy Ranch. I had no idea there were such menacing signs like that. It kind of gave me a good chuckle. I wonder if they're serious. I bet they are. I bet they're super serious. I bet you go on that property, he's gonna take you out and bury you in the back 40. Well, that was another Bundy Ranch right there. It's the Roy and is it Doreen or Doretta? I can't read it. Doretta Bundy Homestead, 1916. So they can't, like, I guess the whole family must have come out here in 1916. I don't know. More Bundys. Bundy Lazy Ranch. That's what that one's called. Okay, I'm starting to see a few pine trees every now and then, so we're getting out of just juniper and now starting to get some pine trees, getting to a pine forest, and so I bet this road is a mess when it rains. So we just entered the Mount Trumbull Wilderness area, and yeah, it's wilderness. Oh my gosh, just in time too, just saying. I was zipping down the road, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw something yellow, like yellow flowers that I didn't recognize. And so I actually flipped a U-turn. I'm heading back up. Let's see what we got. Okay, I think we're good. Mission accomplished. Got pictures of the cute little flowers by the side of the road. Always makes me happy. I've been driving for about 3 hours now, and I've only seen two side-by-sides. They were at Mount Trumbull Schoolhouse where I came by there, and so I haven't seen any people or any other vehicles except those two side-by-sides out Mount Trumbull Schoolhouse. So kind of crazy, like how remote this is. There's just nobody out here. Well, starting to get a little bit hungry, so it's time to unleash my inner Brad Pitt. You ever notice, like in all the movies, how he's always eating something? I can do that too. I don't know what's to do. Why do they pay him so much money to do that? Stand in front of a camera and eat. I can do that all day long. I got this all day long. I've been driving for a bit. I decided to just stop for a second, stretch my legs a little bit, but also I just can't stop looking at these clouds. I've probably made a bajillion videos by now where I talk about these clouds, but it's so beautiful to me out here, and it's so remote. I've been driving for about 4 hours. I've seen two side-by-sides, and I've seen one truck. That's it. So this is an amazing place. Very remote, not a lot of other people out here checking this out, and I'm super happy to be here. Also, it's been more than 24 hours since I had any cell reception, any Wi-Fi, anything like that. I really enjoyed not being connected. It's so rare that I'm not connected. And then right as I stopped here, I must be getting close to civilization because I have like one bar and boom, brrr, a ton of notifications. I'm like, bro, give me a break. I don't want those. So maybe I should just turn it off. Then I don't have to worry about it. Okay, I don't know if you can see way off in the distance out here. You've got all these beautiful cliffs. They're a long ways away, so on this camera you probably can't see it, but I'm going to use this one and see if I can get some video of it. I think it's the Grand Staircase, what is it? I don't know what it is. Escalante Grand Staircase? What did they name that thing? Escalante Grand Staircase National Monument? Or it's all those words. I have no idea what order. Escalante Grand Staircase National Monument. It's probably what it is. I don't know. But I'm going to be there in a few days, and so I'll figure it out before then, I guess. But I'm just going to go see if I can set this up and get some video with the long lens of it over here. Let's see what we get. Just get the elevation set right, get it all the way zoomed out. Okay, let's give this a shot. See if this will work. I really should have brought my gimbal so I could do this more smoothly. This is actually going to be kind of jerky. I apologize ahead of time to everybody for making this so jerky. And yes, these clouds continue to be so on point. They're amazing clouds out here today. The colors of that blue sky and these beautiful clouds and the wide open spaces with the little hills around. I'm into this. I could spend a lot of time down here. Okay, I see a really cool storm coming in over the Grand Staircase at Escalante National Monument, and I'm trying to hurry fast because if it's coming this way, I don't think I want to be on this dirt road when that storm hits. I've been on dirt for 2 days now, and I'm like 200 yards from getting on pavement. I kind of don't know what to do. It's freaking me out a little bit. Also, I'm so stoked because the drive I just did over the last 2 days is something I have wanted to do for years. I've driven on the outskirts, on the paved roads in this area several times in my life, and the whole time I do it, I'm always looking off into the distance, wondering what is out there, thinking surely I can just drive through there sometime. Yes, I can, and I did. I'm so excited. Okay, but let's go see the transition from dirt to pavement. I kind of know what to expect. Oh, gosh, I'm glad I paused here because first things first, I better take it out of four-wheel drive. So get it out of four-wheel drive. That's going to help the transition quite a bit. Okay, because I've also been in four-wheel drive for 2 days. So here we go. Let's go do this. I'm getting onto Highway 389 apparently and working my way toward Fredonia and then up to Kanab. But I just wanted to capture this moment of transitioning from the dirt to the pavement and just see how that feels. I kind of don't know what to do with myself. And as you know, on this trip, I'm trying to avoid pavement as much as possible. It's not feasible to do everything I'm going to do without hitting pavement, but I've got some big drives on dirt. Okay, wow. Also, I've seen more cars in the last 10 seconds than I've seen in the last 5 hours because they're all zipping in front of me on the highway. Okay, here we go. I'm on pavement. Oh my gosh. We're just entering the quaint little town of Fredonia, Arizona. Population 1,200 to 1,300 people. Most people work in tourism. And it's kind of a gateway town into the Arizona Strip and the North Rim of the Grand Canyon. But I think I'm going to pop around real quick and go back and see if I can find a gift shop and just get a little bit more of the local color and maybe pick up some souvenirs or some things for some of my family. Okay, I'm heading into the Homestead Tribal Arts here in Fredonia. And the gentleman that runs the place, I was actually just in there talking to him. And he said that there's about 1,000 people that live in Fredonia. Most of them are somehow involved with tourism in some way. He's lived here his whole life, and he says it's really quiet. He says once the sun goes down, maybe during the night, a couple of trucks will come by, and that's about it. And he really likes that. So he said I could come in and just like show what a shop looks like. It's really cool in here. So all kinds of stuff that is handcrafted from different tribes. I actually just bought a pair of earrings for my wife, which are handcrafted by the Zuni tribe down by Gallup. And some really cool, beautiful stuff in here. I could actually spend a long time just looking at things. Lots of rugs and jewelry and pottery, all the cool things. I'm always intrigued by all this stuff. I have this weird thing where it just drives me crazy if my Bronco is super dirty. Even though I know I'm just going to go get it dirty again tomorrow, I found a little car wash here in Fredonia, so I'm just going to spray it down. I don't think I'll be able to get as clean as I'd like, but still, it's going to build up so much over the next week and a half. I may as well take advantage of it while I can. I just crossed back into Utah, and we're entering Kanab. There's only about a 10-minute drive from Fredonia to Kanab. Kanab has a population of about 5,000 people, and it's really has been growing recently as kind of a base camp for lots of tourism and activities. There are several national parks close by, lots of hiking and mountain biking and things to do in the area. Pretty cool place to visit. I got a quick bite to eat at the Rocking V Cafe. Great food, and then called it a day. That's the end of day 2. Starting at Bar 10 Ranch and a quick side quest down to Pa's Pocket to see what was down there. Then heading up on the long and beautiful drive all the way to Kanab, Utah. What an amazing day, full of all kinds of beautiful things.